Hi, I'm Beth. I'm BL Paperworks and I am a DIY paint retailer. Today I'm going to show you how to repair this old quilt with DIY paint and a little vintage fabric. And I'm going to tell you the story of the lost quilt. I purchased this old quilt at a yard sale for $10. There's a few places that I need to fix. I bought the vintage fabric I'm going to use for $3. I bleached it by just a bucket of water with a little bit of bleach in it and let it soak. And now I'm going to color match it with DIY paint. I bleached it so that I would have a neutral base to start with. When I was about 6 years old, we went to a ball game. My brothers played baseball. We were always going to a ball game. I grew up with quilts around me in our house. My grandmother on my mom's side and my great-grandmother, and then some relatives on my dad's side as well had made quilts that we were the lucky recipients of. The weave in the old fabric matches the weave of the fabric in the quilt. It's hard to match new fabric to old fabric because the old fabric is coarse. And there was one quilt in particular that I liked a lot. It was pink. I wanted to take it to that ball game that day, and my mom probably said, "Don't take the quilt." I was 6. I wanted to take the quilt. I took the quilt. DIY paint comes in several different blue colors. Old 57 was close, but it turned out that Mermaid Tail was a perfect match. I did not have to color blend the paint at all. So we're at the ball game and there was a downpour. To dye the paint, I started with about 1 part paint to 5 parts water. DIY paint is heavily pigmented, so you can water it down up to 10 times to 1 and still have rich, vibrant color. Everybody made a mad dash to the car. I realized that I did not grab the quilt when I made my mad dash to the car. My mom, I'm sure, was very upset with me, and we did go back to look for the quilt. I think if it had been anything else, she would have been, "Never mind, you left it, you lost it, too bad." But because it was something that her grandmother had made, we made the trip back to the ballpark, and the quilt was not there. I just dipped the fabric in the watered down paint, making sure to saturate it and wrung it out. And I did that a couple times. I was really disappointed. Obviously, you know, that was like 4 decades ago, and I still think about that quilt. I wish I could remember the pattern that it was, but I just remember that it was pink. I added a little bit of liquid patina based on a tip from Rhonda Finfrock, and I will link her YouTube channel below. I also heat set it with a dryer. I think losing that quilt contributed to why I like quilts, especially like old quilts, because they always have a story. And you can see Mermaid Tail is a perfect match. I'm a DIY paint retailer, that our paints are 100% natural, no VOCs, and it only has 9 ingredients. What I did today, I watered it down so I could use it like a dye rather than a paint. I do have a retail location at the Faded Rose in downtown Monroe, North Carolina, and I have the full paint line there as well as some brushes. I'm also a Paint Pixie retailer and a JRV stencil retailer. I do plan to have some more projects for you. Some will involve textiles, others will involve home decor or furniture, and I just wanted to thank you for watching today, and I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.